Good evening and welcome to the one, the only, the Benchmonster TV show.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
I am the Benchmonster. How's everybody doing this evening?
Welcome to the show this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you guys.
Always a pleasure, no matter what. We love it here.
It's the one part of the
My
week
week.
we always look forward to.
Yeah, we get to unwind and sit here and showcase
Hang out
videos
with you
and
fine people.
answer questions and talk powerlifting, bench pressing,
Watch
a little
some
bit of
cool
deadlift,
shit.
a little bit of deadlift here and there. But
The best lift ever invented.
I am the Benchmonster, and we talk about bench press. Now, how's your lifting going? You're doing some different things. You're not
good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going well.
You're working on some agility, some flexibility, some stretching,
More
some
more
calisthenics.
recovery focus instead of just go, beat down, break down.
Yeah.
Kind of more.
Yeah, you got
Some
more,
of that
you got more
still,
structure
but,
in your lifting now.
focus
That's
on
why
it,
we don't
which
have a
is
lot of
nice.
videos from her because
Yeah, that's.
you're
I mean,
doing
I'm
some
still
stuff.
I'm still training as much as I was. It's just like, it's like higher rep and like it's not. I don't feel like. I don't know. I don't think it's worth showing. I mean, I could.
Yeah, you could.
Um.
You should do something, bring something to the table, like
I
some
mean,
other video.
here and there I will. It's
Okay.
just. I don't know. You got people fucking doing fucking benching 800 pounds and
Where?
chicks benching 300 pounds. I don't really want to put my shit up.
Oh,
I'm just like in general the
Yeah.
videos that we play.
I want to start off by saying I actually on Max Effort, as it says in the description, I went over 1,000 this past Tuesday. As you know, we deloaded recently, and
Put it back.
okay, we'll see you later.
I'm sorry. All I can do, I'll let you go back to what you're talking
No,
about.
we got a show to do here. We don't have time for you to leave, so you just got to sit there. Sorry.
But I can't. All I can see is my fucking nose that matches my shirt.
Rudolph.
I don't know like what happened. So like yesterday, all of a sudden, like it was a little bit dry, and it was like peeling a little bit, which was a little bit weird.
Just tell him the truth. I punched you in the nose
He finally did it.
Yeah.
He went off the deep end.
for the kidney punch.
But it got ugly after we got off air last week. No, I'm just no, but I was like putting moisturizer and like I put a few different things on because it just started to get weird. Like it was like peeling, and then when I put the moisturizer on, it like kind of got like thought it was getting better. It would
Yeah.
get better for a second, and then it would like dry out more. And so like all last night, I was like
Irritating it.
I was trying different things, thinking like one of these things is gonna have to work, and if nothing else, it's at least like gonna keep it moist. No, it like angered it, and it's had this
It looks
crazy
angry.
reaction. Like it's like it ate away parts of my skin here, and it's
MRSA.
all red and swollen. Like I don't know what the fuck I did, but all I can do is sit here and like I'm like mortified. I don't know if you guys know, but we can see like our screen in the back, and we can see two different screens, and all I can do is see like my fucking nose that matches my fucking shirt, and
Put some ice on it or something.
I can't even take myself seriously. So if you'll excuse me for one moment, I'm going to go put a little bit of foundation on it. And the reason that's not already on it is because when I put that on, it dries it back out. And so like if you're face to face with me, it still looks terrible. But on camera, I think I'm far enough away that you guys won't be able to see that. You'll just see that there's no longer pink.
Well,
Fucking terrible.
you can't leave.
If you'll excuse me for just one moment, that's what I'm doing. I can't. Dude, I can't. It looks horrible.
Hurry up the fuck thing.
Just
Go.
Go to hell.
Are you gonna be gone for half an hour?
With this fucking attitude of mine.
Well, you should. This is something you should have. This is something you should have done prior to the show. This is
Well, I didn't realize.
disrespect to the community here.
Like when I was looking at the mirror, I didn't
Just go.
realize it was bad, but
Just go.
all I can see on that fucking computer screen. I know you're talking shit and making faces right now.
No, I'm not. Anyway, so last year had the ups and downs with the hospital stuff, and every time I would go to the hospital, I had to take 8 weeks off and only do light dumbbells because they kept cutting me open and punching holes in my stomach and all that stuff. So it's been a roller coaster ride trying to get my strength back, and lo and behold, really felt good on Tuesday. Came in with a little bit of a plan, but you know, I didn't really come in there thinking I was going to go that heavy. It was just one lift at a time. You know, I've been going up to 700, actually 800 recently, and I thought it was time to step it up. So we broke out the F8 size 53 and had a pretty good lift. We have the competition bench pad on the bench at the moment, and there is some issues with that because it is a standard height pad, but there's like 2.5 inches of memory foam in there, so that when you sit on the bench, lay on the bench, you actually squish down another 2 inches. And being a tall guy, long legs, long limbs, not very beneficial to me, advantageous wise. Leg drive is kind of an issue. So when the bench press pad is lower like that, my basic feet placement has to change. I had to go somewhat wider, which I'm not comfortable with. I have a set place, and I'm not making excuses, but leg drive was a little rough for myself, and but I still came out on top, and I was very happy. And in fact, I got a weird new growth on my hand, actually, after doing that weight. This little bump right here. You know, I got, yeah, all kinds of stuff going on, but this little bench pad here just kind of grew. You can't really see it, but there's a lump right there. It's kind of cool. Anyway, it doesn't hurt, nothing, but I was very impressed with my performance, and we have a lot of lifts that you'll see on Max Effort Day. Some pretty big stuff. We actually broke out the weight releasers. Yes, I have weight releasers. Bought them back in 2002. They've been hidden away collecting dust, and thanks to Scott Forsythe, who came down and visited us a few weeks ago and did a 560 raw bench self handoff. He does a lot of weight releasers, and you know, and I talked to Jose Mendoza about it, and I said, hey, we need to break these out and get some pins, because I lost the pins that allow you to place the weight releasers at certain heights. So he went and bought some cotter pins, and hey, we got it working. You know, I didn't use them myself, but Jose put 35s on each side, which is 70 pounds plus 8 with the weight releasers, and he did some weight releaser stuff. So we'll check that out too. And we'll check out Speed Bench, of course, and a host of other videos, which I'm going to hold off on until Rudolph gets back. And I hate to put you guys on hold, but she needs to be part of this. This is her job, and she's not here, and she's kind of irritating me. So other than that, health-wise, doing good. Body weight's up. Actually started some MK677, a very low dose, 10 milligrams before bed. Helps with sleeping, of course, natural growth hormone, IGF release from that, and put a little water retention on. You know, that's what kind of it does to me and everybody else that takes it. So bumped up to about 318 pounds really quick. Now I'm off of that, of course. I'm going to drop a little water retention, and we'll get down to 308. And in the grand scheme of things, probably going to be going on a diet and cutting down a little bit. Want to get blood sugar, cholesterol, all those good things. You know, got to take care of that. That was an issue. And I know it is, but I'll clean up the diet and lean out a little bit, get some vascularity. And I'm pretty excited about it. I've been on a diet before, so it's nothing new to me. It's exciting because I actually look like I lift weights. I'm a big person, but when I lean up a little bit, it really looks gnarly when I get vascular and whatnot. So glad you're back. Here, your nose looks good. Boom, you put on a new nose. Yeah. Where'd the old nose
like
go?
if you look like close, you can see that.
I'm not going to look.
It still looks bad. That's why I didn't already have it on.
Okay, so as
I'm
a coach of the team, you know, we try to help each other. And if we see somebody doing something wrong, we try to correct it, and you know, we want to strive for perfection on the platform, and you know, and everybody helps everybody. And we're gonna start off the video first that Jose Mendoza took, and it's Ryan Hines doing 455 times 3 raw bench. We're gonna check that out. There's some technical issues we need to talk about with this particular lift, and when we see things, we need to address them and try to help the person, you know, correct the issue and do it correctly. So we're going to start off with that. We're going to see some, basically we got some hip or butt issues coming off the bench. And this was eye-opening to me because, like I said, I hand off So my main focus is looking at the bar, making sure the bar is not flying over anybody's face. I can't see other things. That's where the team comes in. And I really appreciate Jose addressing this to me, and we're going to talk about it here. It's a common thing that people have, but if you don't correct it,
I struggle, like, oh god, that's been my that fucking rule has been my nemesis for the
if
last
you constantly are raising your butt and you never correct it, it's one of those things that it's hard to fix when you're on the platform. And if you do it in training, you'll do it consistently everywhere else. Let's check out Hines. We're going to look at this particular lift, and I'm just going to say I watched it several times today, and basically his buttocks never makes contact with the bench throughout the whole movement. You guys be the judge.
Really? On the way down too?
You watch. You tell me. Here it is.
I wasn't
yeah,
there.
Here we go. So 455. That's me back there handing off, and Jose's on the side, and he's on butt patrol right now, and. And, you know, I can't see this stuff. I'm handing off. So
butt patrol in my life.
I know the bench is lower, but when you start with the butt up and you keep it up the whole time, you know, we got to correct this.
Oh, yeah, it never does.
Never touches. And it's...
That's something, though, that you could start... I mean, so, like, you guys should start practicing a start command with them, right?
That got 3 reds and, and a thumbs down.
Well,
but we can correct that, you know?
I mean, it's a huge weight. Like, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. We just definitely got to fix that issue, because it's like, what a badass, like, you know, that's so much weight, and it would be it's heartbreaking that it wouldn't,
now,
it wouldn't count, it would be recorded as a 0 in a meet, right?
Yes. And
so
like I said,
we gotta fix that, because the potential there is just huge.
The bench pad is lower.
We gotta fix that.
Yeah, and for us tall guys, it's hard.
I get it, man.
I myself
culprit of that.
Foreseen the problem, so I had to base my feet out, and I wasn't having much luck there. So basically, when that happens, I have to use ample amount of leg drive, but in that position with that bench being, you know, very low to the ground, you know, it's. I've been to meets before where I've benched on a popsicle stick about that wide of a bench and probably that far off the ground. So you got to adjust to the weight that is presented with you and the equipment when you go to a meet. It's not going to be golden brick roads everywhere you go. You never know what you're going to show up to. Not to get off track here, but there was a contest in Dubuque, Iowa, and I was told that there was a Forza bench there. Long story short, got all the way out there. It was a metal militia bench, which is lower to the ground, and I had to adjust on the spot, and of course ended up doing 1074 that day, and say la vie. So yeah, that's something we need to correct. And you know, everybody has, you know, their little issues, and I have mine too, keeping my head back. And you know, Jose, you know, is helping me out with the verbal cues, which I'm more familiar with, and that way when I'm doing the particular lift, I'm thinking A and B, get the bar up and down. When I hear the verbal cues, I don't have to think of them myself. I hear them and then I execute them. We're going to keep moving on here. We got Julius Maddox up next, and I like this because Julius Maddox, 700 pounds. He could hop out of his car on the way to the mall on a bench press on the side of the road and not even warm up and do 700 pounds. That's the beauty of this guy. This guy is an animal, and 700 pounds, I mean, any day of the week. This guy is the real deal. Wrist wraps, no belt. Just in the gym, just having fun here. Down. Oh, and a little pause too. Oh, it's so beautiful. Poetry in motion.
Jesus Christ.
Julius, you make it look very easy, sir.
How much? 700 for
700. You know, and
that must be nice.
I wish I could do that. Next up, I just pulled this one off Instagram. And I don't know her name. It's a girl benching 330, and you know there's a lot of men that can't do 330. So I thought, you know what, anytime. No, I don't know who it is, but she's strong, 330 pounds.
I'm not familiar with her.
Raw, no belt.
Jesus Christ.
Just a wrist wrap.
It's a nice little arch.
Yeah,
it's like perfect.
Good for her. I don't know who she was. I tried to find that out. I couldn't find it.
I wish I could arch like that.
Next
like the
up,
perfect size. It's not too high, but it's just gets you in a perfect position.
Yeah.
I'm feeble and broken though.
Eric Below sent me some videos. He's training hard. It seems like every time I get a video from Eric, he's constantly moving up, and I'm so proud of the guy. It's just a matter of time before he's hitting 900. I mean, he's toying with 800 here. We're going to see 750 pounds in a 2-ply. Then we're going to see Eric do 800 in a 3-ply. Let's put up a backing. We'll play these back to back here. Let's check out that 750 here. Gorilla Pack training here out there, Rich Putnam and crew, Odell. Hardcore gym.
Odell.
No commercial gym here. This is hardcore.
Oh, yeah. Is this like in somebody's garage, or do they have a shop?
I think it's like a shop, yeah. Anyway, Eric's just on fire, and he's got his shirt down. Let's check out his 800 here real quick. That was 750. I'm not sure what F8 shirt that is. I haven't bought an F8 in a while. I understand there's a new 2.0 shirt coming out or something. I don't know if he's got a new shirt or what's going on, but Eric's just everyday business right here.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go, Eric.
Jesus.
You make it look easy, sir.
Yeah, he's making some huge progress.
Yeah, I appreciate the videos,
really
Eric.
proud
Thank
of
you for sending
myself.
them to me.
It's awesome.
Next
Awesome
up,
stuff.
would you quit moving your rubbing?
I'm not moving
my feet
anything.
here.
You're the one that keeps bumping.
Just sit still, okay?
Your feet are way.
Next
So it
up
begins.
is the great Don Reinhardt. Reinhardt. Sorry. It's a 3-lift meet he's doing. The numbers will be presented on screen. I need a backing for Mr. Don here. So we're going to go like this, and we're going to play it. 904. This is probably 70s right here. Back in the day. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's 60s. I don't know.
Looks old as fuck, that's for sure.
There was no audio with this video, and there was no iPhones back then.
What year it was.
562 raw bench, no wrist wraps, and an 832 deadlift. This guy was a beast.
Lord.
This is one of the individuals that paved the way for power lifters, and Don is one of the all-time greats.
Awesome.
No, I've showcased this particular apparatus that we're going to see here, and my question is, this is Brian Shaw. He's training this arm wrestling device that they've rigged up, and I really like the way it looks, and it's very practical. Brian looks like he's down in body weight. I watched the video a few times, and he looks lean. I don't know if that's the word I want to say, but let's check out Brian Shaw here doing what he does, and I like this little arm wrestling contraption. Very cool. I used to do that with a cable on the floor, and that is really cool. I know Brian's a big dude, and he just looked a little leaner in that video there. I don't know if he's on a specific diet, or I don't know what Brian Shaw is actually up to. Is he still strongman? Is he going to arm wrestling? Maybe arm wrestling, obviously. He's training it specifically. Oh, where are we at next? We are at Mr. Dave Hoff. Awesome dude.
Hell yeah.
Love the guy. And this, of course, is one of his all-time greatest totals of 3,103 pounds. We're going to showcase that. This is a really awesome meet. We've probably shown it before, but you know what? It's worth a second shot and a third and a fourth.
Hell yeah.
Right here, 1273 squat. He's got the fire beanie on, a la Chuck Vogel.
I got that too.
Dave is a warrior and the strongest man on the planet right there.
Hell yeah.
We're going to see a 1014 bench press right here. Everyday business. Do it in the super duper phenom too. No band shirt. Nice lift, Dave. Way to go. We're going to see him pull. I like to see Dave get his deadlift up to 900. I don't know. I don't have any advice, but that would put him over 3,200. And if anybody can do it, it's that man right there. That's a toy. 800. Done. Boom. Bumping people. Reminds me when he came off the thing and shoved Louis Simmons down.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, did you know that
Don't use the Lord's name in vain, please.
Who are you?
I'm the Benchmonster.
You do that all the time.
No.
Oh, my. You do, too. You're trying to be holier than thou on
this guy I like. I really like this guy. Colton Engelbrecht. This guy is the future right here.
I wasn't done talking.
A young man and just potential. I mean, where is he going to be in another couple years? That's the question. I mean, he's already doing spectacular things, and he's only going to get greater. Let's check out his 10-12 deadlift, no straps. I got to put an image up because that's how my thing works here. Yeah, 10-14. Why do I have 10-12? 10-14. This guy is young, strong, probably not even in his prime yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. He looks like he's late 20s, young kid. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, give him some more time, and who knows? It's gonna be scary. We're gonna see a lot more of Colton. I guarantee it. That's what Gus Rethwich says. It guarantee. Anyway, next up. I know I've probably shown this once before, but my God, ladies and gentlemen, this is Joseph
Don't take the
Tumbarello.
Lord's name in vain.
620 times 2. It's a Larson press. I've done those a few times. And we're going to check out Tumbarello here doing a Larson press. Yes, you heard it right, with 600. And where's he at? Tumbarello right here. 620 with his feet up. That is a strong cat right there.
That's insane. I'm sorry, but a Larson press is a whole nother fucking world. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
Tumbarello is going to take the 242 or 275 all-time raw bench record.
Crazy.
If he doesn't have it already. I haven't gone to open powerlifting, but you know what? It's just a matter of time. It's all there. I mean, we've seen him do 725. I mean, the kid is just, and I say kid, I mean, I'm thinking Tumbarello's in his mid-20s, you know, something like that. I don't know. Young man, and just bright future ahead of him. Will you sit still, please? Next up. This I pulled off Instagram. I don't know this person. Her name is Ketta, Ketta, last name Crisp. She's squatting 539 at, this is what it says, at Wildcats. I guess that was a particular meet. Don't know what federation. We're going to check out her 539 squat right here. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's a strong woman right here.
Wow, she's pretty.
It's not even 39. It's 540. I'm off all over the place here.
Wow, what a fucking
Is that a neutral head
muffin,
placement there? Is that how they do it? Squat? With the head?
That's a pretty popular way of doing it these days, yeah.
Good job,
Ketta.
Ketta.
Used to be head up, but some people
it's kind of neutral.
Yeah.
This is how efforting kind of does it.
Well, if you have it neutral, it's easier to keep like a neutral spinal position.
Yeah. Okay. This is going to be a hard name to pronounce. It's Eric. Last name Bugenhagen. Buhagen? Buhagen? I'm trying. He's doing listen to this now. This is an interesting setup. This is a hip resisted incline tsunami bar bench press. What I gather from it is it looks like a I don't know what they call it, like a booty blaster where you put the seatbelt on, you raise up your hips and you hold the weight up. It looks like that's what he's doing with a tsunami bar. I tried to read in the comments a little bit more about it. It just looks cool, and I've never seen this before, and I wanted to showcase it here. Let's check out this particular lift. I know a tsunami bar, but he's holding up the weight. That is interesting. We probably will watch that again because I've never seen this before. Let's watch it again. It's kind of interesting.
That's very different.
The science intrigued behind it, I do not know. But you don't see that every day, and I thought I'd put it on here.
I'm very intrigued.
That is a hip-resisted incline tsunami bar bench press. Try saying that 5 times without spitting all over the place. John Hack. You know him. I know him. One of the greatest lifters out there right now.
Hell yeah.
What body weight? 198?
Gosh.
220? Anyway.
242. Anybody know? I know somebody out there knows.
John Hack is like chiseled out of granite.
Fucking badass.
He is a strong individual, and this, it's a bench press, which floats my boat. 589 raw bench. Let's check out Mr. Hack. I mean, damn, son.
He's gonna do 600.
Oh, dude, he's got it already.
Oh, basically, yeah.
I mean, there's no bounce. Pure control. Just kisses it off the chest. My God, son.
So fucking impressive. And the thing is, like, he doesn't have a bad lift. Like,
no.
He's good at all 3. Like
a technical
Jesus Christ.
beast.
That's the thing. Like most people, you know, like will be really good at one or two, and then have one
Good at all of
kinda-
them.
Yeah, great at all of them. Wipes the floor with
I
all of them.
would want
Insane.
to know if he would ever be going
Insane.
like equipped like down the road. Maybe.
I'd
No?
rather just see him. I mean,
I know Raw's a big thing, but you always makes me kind of think outside the box. Like, what could he do in a squat suit, a band shirt?
I'm just
You know,
afraid he'd like
hurt himself?
hurt himself.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Or like ruin his raw game.
Yeah, stick with what works. He's the master of his trade, and definitely of his weight class
if
too.
He, you know, like say it's another 10 years later, like, and he's still doing this, and he actually starts to stagnate. Which dude's been doing this for like a long time. Like I know
How
over
long?
10 years. I mean, I know over 10 years. I mean, maybe 15. I don't know. Probably. I think longer than.
You think?
Probably around as long as I honestly I don't know. But
I know you don't.
I know over a decade, right?
Okay.
So like another at a minimum, another decade would put him at 20 years. Like say he finally starts to stall out, which I swear I've never.
I don't
Like,
think
it seems
so.
like he's always making progress. Not to jinx him or anything, but like say he finally starts to stall out, you know, in another 10, 15 years. Then I would say maybe he should maybe start playing
Well,
gear and checking
Let
it
him do what he
out.
wants to do. I don't know who he's coached by.
Oh, okay. I'll let him do. Never. Okay. I
Yeah.
won't force him to do it. I'll let him know.
Yeah, just let him be.
Fuck. I was just throwing it out there. Of course I'll.
All right.
Okay. It's okay, John Hack. You can go ahead and do what you want to do. Don't worry.
Harry from Greece is joining us this evening, I believe. I see a
Or
post
no,
from him.
He posted that he couldn't.
Could make it. Okay. Well, he sent me a
Can't
video.
watch tonight. Getting some precious sleep. I might get another few weeks.
This
off.
is his biggest
Guess I'm
bench
done.
post car
Sorry
accident.
that he interrupted you.
And
Terry.
what we're going to see
I
from Terry,
apologize
would you
for the
shut
rudeness.
quiet down, please?
Well, fuck. I was reading his comment.
We're not the comments yet.
Yes, but I'm.
The chat box is later.
The only reason I'm.
We
still
don't
down
jump
here
into
is
the
'cause
chat
I love
box.
all you guys. Otherwise, I'd be out of
The
here.
video Terry sent me is a bench PR for the guy, and 330 plus 90 in band tension. And we're going to check this out right here. I'm proud of him because, you know, he had that horrible car accident, hurt his leg, shook him up pretty good, and he's bounced back from that. And that's what we do as tough powerlifters, bench pressers. And we're going to check out this bench press right here. I got to put up this, and we're going to check him out. Got the bands hooked up directly to the bench. Looks like a mini and monster mini, kind of. Looks like it's choked, not doubled. This is a raw lift right here. We're going to see a lot more from Terry this year. Hopefully we see him on the platform. And we appreciate the videos, Terry. Thank you for sending those.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, John Bergalt, for sending me videos. And everybody. James. Sorry, what did I say, John?
I'm sorry, James.
Sorry.
Yeah, you said John.
Well, I get excited. I get ahead of myself a little. I get a little excited. So bear with me.
James Bergalt.
Yeah, so tons of videos, and the ones I found I thought you might find interesting, so I threw them out there. We're going to move into speed bench right now. This occurred last Friday.
Are we done with our other videos?
Oh, I whipped through them. Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah. I usually I get more, but you know, I took what I took and saw what I saw, and you know, I don't want to get too many and water things down with too many.
That's fine.
I want to get the best things that you guys might want to see, and that's what I tried to do on Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth.
Okay.
On speed bench, don't know what happened. I don't remember. They flow one into the other, and it's a blur. Been doing speed bench for over 25 years, and let's check out mine. Well, looks like decline was on the menu. And you know me, I got to put a chain or a band on there. This is coming off of the Tuesday deload, and I felt pretty good on decline today. I think we're doing 9 sets of 3. That was the plan. I felt pretty poppy, knowing that I was fully recovered. I was planning Tuesday in my mind on Friday, because if the weight's feeling this good, I know it's decline, but when it feels that good in my hands and it's moving as it did, I knew I was setting myself up for something big. So I believe we did 9 sets. Sometimes we do 10, 12. We'll probably do 12 sets tomorrow on whatever we do. Worked up to 315. I just did 2 sets here. Nothing too exotic. Had to do 9 sit-ups off of that decline. That was a lot of work. Jose here doing some close grip. Looks good. Decided to stay there and hook up the band. I really like this angle. It's right in line with what we're trying to do here. And I cut out the quarter and the 10. I just cut straight to the heavyweight. I figure that's what y'all want to see. Love decline. Rolling dumbbells, extensions, axle bar, football bar, chains, bands, chains. Always switching it up. I know with band tension, faster down, faster up. So I'm get it down, get it up. That's how I do it. Look at that speed. Probably could have went heavier, but you know what? I got bigger fish to fry on Tuesday. Rolling dumbbells. Started with 65s, jumped to 100. I've never done that before. I was feeling good. Everything fresh. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, a deload, if you've never taken one, quite beneficial. Maybe every 4 weeks, depending on how you train. Maybe you don't need one. Like I've stated before, there's optimal, there's under, and there's overtraining. I try to push towards the overtraining. I know that's a bad thing. I got this more is better philosophy. Here we are with the medicine ball pushdowns with the fingertips. Westside used to do these. Haven't done them in a while. Jose brought them to my attention, and I said, you know what? Go get the ball. It's not to lean over it and use your delts and pecs. It's an extension, so that's what it looks like right there. And that's hard. The fingertips. Try it sometime. Once again, it's back-to-back, short rest periods. This workout took an hour and 5-10 minutes. Get in, get out. Looks pretty easy, Jose. When you make that heavier. As you know, Jose recently hit 500 raw bench at 255 body weight. Pretty good. Jose's been a big help to me on things I've been doing wrong and what I need to do to correct them. Took a while to get through my thick skull, but like I've told Jose, that one particular Friday where no one showed up, it was him and I, and we had talks, and I got the technique down, and my raw bench has been skyrocketing lately. We are going to move into max effort. This was a great night for everyone, particular myself, because I wasn't sure where I was going to go, how much I was going to do. I was going to take one lift at a time, and let's see what happened on max effort. Just play it. As you see, weight releasers here, that's 325. Coming down with 78. The weight releasers all together, 78 pounds, 70 in weight, 8 in the, oh, that was a good 325 there. On the weight releasers, I believe they're 4 pounds a piece, 8 altogether, something like that. 405. I realized right there that my leg drive was sucking. So I had to change some things up here. Jose, I believe this is probably 405. So 478 and releasing. It might be more. I can't see the side. It looks like it might be 450. I don't know. This could be 465 and 70. I can't see the sides. I see a 10. Kick off. Clock it out. Good job. We're going to see a lot more of those. Broke out the Dark Side shirt here. Viper 2. 715. Just doing a little 2-board. Got the Sambas on. Heinz 805. 2-board in the 53. Low bench could attribute to hips coming off the bench. It's a little lower to the ground than we're used to, and but you have to make adjustments on the fly here. You know, I know as well as I do, if my butt's coming up, I know it's coming up. Here's 900, 895. I got the 53 on. Good control. Not a lot of leg drive I'm getting there. But I'm doing the best I can. Here's Dan with 700 something. Good lift right there in the 3-ply. Boy, I need to see what's on the side of the bar. 1,005 right here for this kid. Haven't done this in 9 months, ladies and gentlemen. So this was a reacquaintance of an old friend. Not a lot of leg drive. I'm sorry, doing the best I can, but my butt's on the bench. I was happy with that. Heinz going the same weight here.
Is their butt staying down though?
The video will show.
Well, this is a hard angle. Oh.
Yeah, it is what it is. You moved it.
We can work on. Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
can
mean,
work
just
on it.
like moving that way, it's fucking.
Yeah, 1,005
super
people.
badass.
That brought us over to some incline dumbbells here. I don't remember the set and rep scheme, but it was go pretty heavy. Jose here broke out the 120s very quickly. Eric Schmidt over there on the other bench. He looks like he's got 90s or something. It is heavy day, so you got to go heavy. Jose looking good. I think
he's been strong.
He's been strong as shit.
Lately, dude.
He handed me the 120s, I think, right here.
He's been super consistent though. Like, I can't think of a single time he's missed a workout.
Oh no,
Can you
Jose's
think of a
no,
single time?
maybe one in a year.
Yeah, but I think even that he rescheduled it.
He did. 140-pound dumbbells here. Jose wants a 600 raw bench. That's the next stop in our game plan, and he's going to work for it, and he's going to get it. Good job, Jose. I think he handed me those too, but I wanted to go over and do some extensions here, and I wanted band tension, so we took some micro minis, doubled them up, and put them in there. Yeah, 2 quarters here. Face turning red. Probably should be wearing a mouthpiece. So I'm gritting my teeth. Can't afford any more crowns. Can't crack any more molars. Jose here doing the same thing. Triceps are 75% of your bench press, so I think we got to train them. That's the beauty of this training, you know, never doing the same thing more than 2 weeks in a row, constantly switching exercises, resistance, assistance, the whole 9 yards. Push downs, you know, we finished with that. We got the whole stack and a 10. It's not wise to put a plate on those pins because they bend, but a 10-pound plate shouldn't do that. Always finish with some push downs before we head out the door. Nothing exciting here. I usually don't film this, but you know what? Makes good content. And that concluded max effort. Like I said, very happy to have 1,000 pounds back in my hand. And to be honest with you, you know, having not touched it in 9 months, I was, I don't use the word scared, a little nervous. You know, I didn't know how it was going to feel, but I had just done 900 previously, and that felt pretty good. So I was like, well, shit, you know, you only live once. So I decided to go for it, and very happy I did. Not sure how that's going to affect tomorrow. We'll see. I've been getting some pretty good sleep. I actually got for Christmas a side sleeper pillow, one of those ones you put your arm into. Man, I don't know. The first couple nights is it's a little different, and I forgot to put into consideration that those anything is made for normal people. So when you got 20-inch arms, 20+ inch arms, and you're trying to put it in the same spot that an average person would. So I had to rig it, put a pillow underneath,
huge.
and yeah, it's big, but
It's like we have a whole nother fucking person in the bed.
yeah, well,
fit.
I don't sleep on my stomach nor my back. I'm a side sleeper, so I figured the side sleeping pillow would help. And it has. It's just really weird. It doesn't fit me because I'm just abnormal. So we are going to go to the chat box now, and I don't know anything about it because that's you. And now it's optimal time and proper time to read the chat box with Ashley Condre. I will sit here and sip my water.
Anywho,
Anywho.
all right, the chat box. If you are still with us at this point in the show, thank you so much for joining us. Give yourself a pat on the back for putting up with this guy for that long. Appreciate it.
Well, I tried to get it done quick because I want to get to the chat box and interact with my family.
I'm just joking.
Yes.
I'm just joking. I'm just saying thank you for if you've been sitting here watching for 40 minutes and you're continuing to watch.
40 minutes?
Thank you very much.
Wow. Boom.
You know, yeah, 40. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and we're excited to hear what's going on in the chat box. We got Terry Conjugate Iron in here first.
Yep.
Benchmonster Fam. Can't watch tonight. Get in some precious sleep.
Get it?
That's a priority, dude.
Huge.
Absolutely. I love that you, even when you can't make it, you
still make
come
a
in
post
early and you say hi and let us,
Thank
know
you,
what's
Terry.
going on. We appreciate that. That's extremely cool and thoughtful of you. Sorry that you can't make it, but sleep, #1 priority. You can catch us later if you want.
Did you read the rest of his post about the blood clot? I'm interested in that. Yeah.
I know I hadn't finished. I just wanted to make a point. I think it's really cool every week.
Blood clots are not good.
Okay. I might get another few weeks off due to the blood clot in my leg. Not much I can do about it. Ordered pizza tonight at least. LOL.
I don't know if that's a good thing. Like maybe blood thinners might be needed because clots can do bad things in the body.
Well, yeah, no duh.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're saying sounds like he ordered a pizza to kind of ease some of the stress, and pizza kind of.
I wonder what kind of pizza Terry orders.
What? Oh, he's not on here. I'd like to think that he ordered half Hawaiian,
half pepperoni. Nobody likes Hawaiian. There's a big argument of pineapple on pizza that people hate.
Well, see, I don't like pineapple on pizza, but Hawaiian's like my favorite kind of
Canadian bacon pineapple, yeah.
I like just Canadian bacon.
I like sardines.
Cheese and sauce, like that's my favorite. So I feel like you gotta have meat. So like even though I love cheese pizza, you gotta have like some sort of meat protein type situation, right? But pepper, like all of the other pizza meats are so greasy and like not good for you. And like Canadian bacon, I'm not saying that it's like the best in the world for you, but it's as far as pizza. Well, as far as pizza meats go, though, don't you think it's probably the least greasy and the
doesn't matter to me
for you, other than like the chicken pizzas, which I like those too. You get the white sauce chicken pizza or like fajita chicken pizza. I'm starving. Clearly, hopefully, I hope you enjoy it or enjoyed already. Not sure where you're at in the process, but I guess if he's going to sleep,
he's probably in bed.
Already ate his pizza,
counting sheep right now.
I hope that you enjoyed your pizza, and we hope that you're getting.
You're just gotta sit still.
No,
leave me alone. You're bumping into me.
Oh my god!
Just sit still.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Just sit still.
Okay. Anyways, can I continue?
Yeah, if you can sit still.
Hope you enjoyed your pizza, and I hope that you are getting some really good rest. And I hope that like everything's okay with
that blood clot.
Blood clot. Yeah, I hope you get some answers.
Hope you got good medical doctor's advice and doing the right things.
Yeah, I mean, and don't be afraid to see more than one.
Second opinions.
Yeah, because the first person's not always right. I know, like. It's easier said than done. All that costs money, but just
don't come to my hospital. I'll tell you that, Terry.
Blood clots are super, super serious. So just make sure that you find somebody that's going to take good care of you. And I hope that you're getting some really good rest tonight. Thank you for joining us. We always absolutely adore you, and love having you on on the show. Love having you in the chat here. Let's see here. Paul Loffer. Paul Loffer. Good to have you also. That's another name that we just
Get close to the microphone. You're not getting
God, I get yelled at when I'm close to the microphone.
There you go.
Because
That's
I'm
good.
touching it. Like, I just can't win tonight.
Just speak up a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
So they can hear you.
The only reason I haven't stormed off of the show already is because I love you guys and I don't want to do that to you guys. But if it wasn't for that, I would have been out about 40 minutes ago. Because you've been rude the entire time. Anywho, Paul, so good to have you here. So good to see you. Paul says, "Hey guys, how's it going?" It's going fabulous, Paul.
Going good.
Just another day here. In
Paul has the meet
paradise.
coming up pretty soon. Doesn't he?
Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us. It's great to hear from you. I hope everything is going wonderful for you and Christina. Hope the new year has started off wonderfully. I know that you have a meet coming up. Can you remind us the date and the time and the details and all that stuff? I cannot remember. I can't remember.
A couple weeks or something, I believe. It was like 6 a long time ago. 6 weeks. Oh, yeah. All right.
I can't remember what date. I feel like we've asked him about it not that long ago, but I can't remember. Oh. If you're seeing this, please let us know when your next meet is. We'd love to hear. And
Mr. Elite Entertainment.
I was gonna ask another question, but I'll move on to it later. Okay. Yeah, we'd love to hear more details about the meet you got coming up. What's going on there? Hope you and tell Christina we say hi if she isn't right there next to you. If she is, hi Christina. Thank you for joining us. Hope you guys are both doing well. We got Eric.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Elite Entertainment. God, I can't see very well. Eric Laubach. Am I saying that right?
Mr. Elite says, "Hope you're both well and going strong."
I'm so sorry. I was so focused on the last name. And you got me stressed out because you're being rude. Okay, let me rewind the last minute. Mr. Elite Entertainment. Hello, Elite Mr. Entertainment. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you here. Elite Entertainment says, "Hope you are both well and going strong." We are doing well. We are doing very well.
I'm actually going strong a little bit. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that part's a different answer for me, but we feel like things are going better.
Yeah.
Yeah, going better. Are we where we want to be? No, but are we going the right direction? Yeah.
I'm where I want to be. I got 1,000 back in my hands. I'm happy.
True. You're doing amazing. I'm proud of you. I wish I was there too. Trade me lives. Trade me lives. Which I'm excited to. I can't complain. I've got some really good help and support right now. So actually, like, training is going really, really well. I'm really excited about having somebody to like help me
Structure your workouts.
guide me and structure my workouts, and it's always nice to have somebody who's like got as much, has about as much invested in your training, as you do. Obviously not as much. I mean, we're always going to be the most invested in ours, but like I feel like he's very invested into what I'm doing and genuinely cares, like how things are going, how just how the whole experience and progress is going. And so it's always really, really fun and makes it really nice.
Eric.
So I'm super excited about training right now. That's my hint to move on.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I never do that to you, I let you talk as long as you want. Eric Lebach. Am I saying that right, Eric? Can you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? God, I really want to say that right. So I'm gonna go with Eric Lebach. I can't see where Lebach. Gosh, I don't know. I'm sorry. We'll work on it. We'll get it figured out. Eric. Hey Ryan, I'm looking to get an F8 single ply. Any thoughts on starting to use that to build?
To build strength, thanks. Yeah,
Thank
single
you.
ply. Great starter shirt. Definitely not a shirt that's going to control you. You can actually control it because you have a single ply F8 in your car, and I've seen those in action, and they're just your very beginner shirt, and I would utilize it in training. I would be doing board presses, full range, and wearing it a couple times a month.
Oh, do you guys bench that much in it?
Or
that often, excuse me.
Well, we're starting a different routine where we're probably going to go raw and then a bench band and then a shirt and then rotate back. Try to wear the super shirt band shirts every 3 weeks. That's my plan. There's other ways of doing it too, wearing a shirt 2 weeks in a row and then. So we'll figure it out. I haven't figured out what we're doing yet.
Okay.
But F8 single ply is a great starter shirt.
We got Howard.
I'm going to read it, okay? Because we're not getting nowhere fast.
My eyes are
Okay,
bugging. I was making sure that you were done, dude.
Howard Weingarten.
Stop! Howard Weingarten. Happy New Year's all. I hit a 600-pound floor press with a 2-ply Widow Maker. Sorry.
Love to have that video, Howard. I put it on the show. Way to go. I don't have a Widowmaker that fits me, actually. I got some dark side ones, but a lot of my guys on my crew have the Widowmaker, and they've done some tremendous lifts with them. I think I need a 2XL. I have a medium and a large, but that was sent to me by Pharrell, and I thank you, and it fits
so cool,
other guys on my team, but
I love that.
I got a lot of shirts, so I'm happy with that. Howard Weingarten.
All right. We've got Howard Weingarten. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, all.
No. Howard Weingarten. Sorry, big fingers. Do you have any advice on how often to use the Widowmaker? I know Jimmy uses it a lot. Yeah, it's up to you. It's personal preference. You can wear it whenever you want to, per se, but I like to wear it for one specific workout, and the next workout I would put on the band shirt. That's kind of how I'm going to rotate things a little bit. I have various, not Widowmakers, but I have the Colossus bench band. I have the Bumblebee. I have a lot of different tools and implements. So I need to invest in a Widowmaker. I've seen enough, and I'm very impressed with how they work, and I need to get a hold of Mr. Pharrell and get me one. But how often you use it is up to you. Use it in place of a shirt. Definitely use it for overloading, of course, and whether you do it on boards, full range, floor press, the choice is yours. Reverse band press, you can put it on any time you're wanting to add more weight on the bar, per se.
Never mind. I was going to say something.
Kyle,
what's up, y'all? Hope everyone is lifting big and enjoying their training. I hope. Where are we at? Can you show me?
you need glasses?
Well, yes, I do. I
Which
wear
one do you want?
glasses, but my contacts are drying up.
What's up, y'all? Hope everyone is lifting big and enjoying their training. I'm over here hiding from the gym for a few days, so it'll be a week before I can throw anything new video-wise out there. I understand, Kyle. And if you do have a video, please send it to me and I'll put it on the show.
Yeah.
Kyle says, wow, he's strong. All that guy has to do is
I got it. So he's actually referring to Heinz here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's strong. All that guy has to do is tuck his feet under him and more All he has to do is tuck his feet under him and arch more, as that will help him keep his butt down. He may not rep 455, but he should
Get it, no problem.
get it.
Yeah,
no problem.
we have a different bench pad on there.
He
and
may
my
not
other one
he may not rep
is being
455.
wrapped, and I'll have it tomorrow. We'll have it back on the bench, and that's the pad that we all are used to. So that should actually get us back to where we've been. But regardless of the fact, some people still have problems keeping their butt down on that pad. So I'll run that by him and see if he's interested in putting his feet further behind him and correcting the issue. I appreciate the help. I'm glad. That's why I post videos like this. Any advice, man, throw it at me. It's going to help somebody. We need it.
For sure. I mean, everybody, there's between like everybody on that, watches and is a part of our Benchmonster TV, like there's so much experience. You combine everybody's years and experience and knowledge, and there's a shit ton of like intelligent, great advice on here. So
okay, read Kyle's next post here, please.
I'm not allowed to finish what I'm saying on any of these. That's great. Okay, guess I'm done.
People are waiting on here to get to their post so we can read it. So
yeah, but they're also like want to hear like what's said about what they wrote too. Like, I guess I'm done. I guess only you're allowed to talk as long as you want. Kyle. Okay, so that was already read. And I don't think he finished reading it, but he talked about how he might not rep 455, but he should get it. And yeah, I mean, of course, like when he first, if he starts to really hone in on focusing on putting his butt on the bench, like weights that he, thought he had no problem are gonna feel hard. And he may not be able to rep him as much as as many reps as he's used to. But like, don't you think in the long run, like if he does fix it to where he could do it in a meet, eventually he could get back to theoretically close to the weights that he's doing, but actually have them count in a meet. You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd like to see him work on that so that he can hit those numbers in a meet, and it'd be fucking awesome to see him. Because correct me if I'm wrong, is he doing a meet in?
I don't know.
In Seattle.
I heard, but
we'll have to talk to him.
We'll have to wait and see. That's
I
supposed
thought
to be
that
April.
was the plan, but I don't know if it still is. And
Kyle.
We of all people know that sometimes plans change.
Yeah. Kyle's talking about a bench block. Read that.
Kyle.
I have those too.
Wow, he's strong.
No. Right here. Bench block. That's where we're at.
Oh, sorry. Well, then why don't you scroll it up to where we're at?
Pay attention to where we are.
Well, I am.
Kyle, got a bench block, and I'm wondering if it's more common to pick a height and just overload the weight at the same height, or to pick a heavy weight and try to go lower every time. Looking to mix up. Mixing it up is the key. And if you got bench blocks, you have anywhere from a half board to a 4 board when you're using bench blocks. So I personally like to pick a block or a board and set a record on it, and write on our dry erase board what that record is, and then come back to that particular lift again in 4 or 5 weeks and try to beat that record that you set 4 weeks ago. And that's kind of how I like to rotate exercises. I like to come back to them, so it's a contest every time. I pick decline, incline, floor press, and 5 rep max, and then when we rotate those back, try to beat those records on the next part of the wave. Howard Weingarten.
Howard Weingarten. I've seen Dave do about 950 in training a couple years ago. Yeah, he's
deadlift?
So impressive, dude.
With straps, maybe?
I'm not. Honestly, it could be any of it. Like, he's that strong, but I'm not sure.
Kyle says, to everyone that just got out squatted by a woman, sorry, bro. Yeah, that 530 squat or whatever, yeah. Very impressive.
Very impressive.
There's a lot of strong women out there right now, and a lot of
It's
strong men.
insane.
It's amazing, and how human beings and equipment and training's evolved, and everybody's just moving up in weight. It's awesome to see.
Totally.
Howard Weingarten, you should try that band decline with dumbbells. It's hold the bands and dumbbells in the hands. It's great. I would love to try that, and I don't think we have. Why am I not seeing it in my head as to what decline with dumbbells and hold the bands and dumbbells in your hand?
Wait, let me see.
You have to see a video of that so I can, because in my mind I'm spinning one way and the other way.
Which one was it? Which one was it?
I'm reading this right here. You should try right here.
Oh, is that the there's not one that
wait,
explains it a
and
little
Howard says, hold on a minute.
Because I thought there was an original one that tells a little more about.
Oh, I just bumped it up. Where'd I go? It should say hold the dumbbells in bands in your hands. Okay, that makes sense. Kyle.
Which one?
I got the cursor right by it, right
Right,
there.
but we already read that one, didn't we?
Nope.
Okay. Wow, great job, Jose. So Jose is not only stronger now, but also longer than me.
No, also lighter than me. Whoever thought I could compete with someone who has a world champ as a coach was peeing on their own shoe. Yeah, Jose, pretty strong for his weight.
Very
I
strong.
want him to move up to like 280, but he doesn't have a CPAP, so we're going to keep him at his current body weight until it's time to move up at some point in time. Kyle says, I'm not far behind, like a terrier nipping at his heels, though. Whoa. Tortoise and the hare, bro. Love seeing people make good progress. Gives me a target. Yeah, well, trying to keep my guys moving forward, getting stronger, and trying to provide them with the knowledge that I know, and they help me with things that I'm doing wrong. And that's the great part of a team of like-minded people who share the same passion. You know, trying to everybody helps everybody. Jimmy Kolb. Hey, Jimmy.
We got Jimmy Kolb in the house this
Hey.
evening. So we got Jimmy Kolb says, so fucking happy to see you with a grand in your hands again.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big step for me. I'm very happy.
Yep, very happy. I got to the gym. I had to coach, so I didn't get to the gym till later that evening. And so I didn't see any of the warm up or know where you were at. And all of a sudden I saw the barbell and I was like, I'm not good with math that far over 500 with the weights. But I went over and I asked somebody how much it was, if it was 1,000. I was
1,005.
pumped for you, yes. I was even more pumped when you got it.
It makes me look forward, you know, and as far as 1,100, I do have an 1,100-pound shirt. I think it's down here in the basement because I had to take 45 shirts out of the back of my truck so I had room to take a guy fishing. And I know it's down here somewhere. It's a red and black F8 4-ply. I think it's the one that has 2 collars on it, 2 gigantic collars. So, and I think I've done 1,100 something. So, yeah, it was good to have that weight. Thank you, Jimmy, for chiming in. I appreciate that, man. Coming from you, it lights a fire under my ass. So, yeah, anytime Jimmy Kolb stops by, I get amped up. So,
right. Oh, I know. It's you can see whatever, we watching a video or whatever, and you see Jimmy Kolb's name in your peripherals, and it's really hard not to drop everything that you're doing and see what's going on. It's very, very exciting to have him.
Kyle says Kennelly with 4-digit weight there.
Yeah,
looking raw bench. What the fuck? He's making fast progress for sure. Looking strong, Mr. Kennelly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My raw bench took a dive, and I've been doing a lot of things wrong. And I didn't really do a great raw bench on Tuesday night. Not making excuses, but when I realized it wasn't in the cards, I just wanted to, I didn't want to hold back the team either, because getting up to that 1,000 pounds, sometimes when I'm in the game and I'm on point, I do 7 and then I'll go 900. I'll make those jumps like that. But I just wanted to take conservative jumps and do my 7, 8, 9,000 and play it smart and acclimate to the weight, because it hasn't been in my hands anything over 800 actually. So 900 was a first in 9 months, and 1,000 was also. So thank you, Kyle, for that. 1 rep max. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy New Year. Sorry, haven't been able to stop by the past 2 or 3 weeks. Ha ha ha.
We get it. You're working.
But yeah, hope all is well and you are getting healthier by the day. Let's get the Benchmonster TV fam. Yeah, healthier. That's what I talked about earlier. Gonna have to clean up my diet a little bit here soon, and I might drop a little bit of body weight, just for health reasons. Very easy to gain weight and very easy to lose weight. So, I definitely want to drop some visceral fat and things of that nature. So I got things to do. Howard Weingarten. Yes, you're on the bench, but you're sideways off to the left. I think you need to straighten up a bit on the bench. Yeah, Howard, I saw that. If anybody saw correctly, I was a little shifted to the left. That's usually just rushing things, and and I need to slow down on my bench approach. But there was a lot of nervous nerves, and but I did see that, Howard. Thanks for pointing that out. I did see where I was offset a little bit. And it doesn't help on that particular bench pad because it's actually narrower, I believe. Not as wide as the Big Daddy that I'm picking up tomorrow with new wrap on it. And yeah, those are things. And I do that quite often, Howard. And I'm one to say my mistakes. I actually see that quite often. Me not setting up perfectly straight on the bench. So 1 rep. Let's see. At Howard Weingarten, yes, I noticed that too. AJ tells me to tap him if he's uneven. Boy, that's something, I'll have to, Jose's my go-to guy when I'm benching. Heinz is usually the one that hands off. So if, I'll have to ask Jose to make sure, or any other guy on the crew, make sure, Dan Logman or somebody, that I'm straight. Because, when you're on there, it seems like you're on there, but you're not on there. And I want to do things correctly and not incorrectly. So, Kyle.
So we've got...
The tricep work makes my elbows cry at the sight of it. Maybe that's why I'm missing. I'm only directly hitting triceps 1 time a week. Indirect work is there, but maybe I'll add a day. Yeah, I train triceps twice a week, obviously on max effort and speed bench. And it's been known to come in on Wednesday, the day after max effort, and do 1 or 2 more tricep exercises before I do my biceps on Wednesday. So triceps are a small muscle group. They recuperate in 24, 36 hours, so you can train them often, kind of like calves. 1 rep. Speaking of AJ, did you see the video I emailed you from his meet? What was it like 3 to 4 weeks ago? I forgot. I think it was 6:44. Yeah, I did have that video, 1 rep, and I don't know why I didn't put it on the show. Yeah, I don't know. I watched it, and then
I was wondering why it was.
I might have had it set up and missed it.
Well, yeah,
on my main screen on this computer, I have so many icons, and it's a cluster F on my computer, so it might be on there misplaced. I've known to have a brain fart here and there. Go get your glasses, because I can read. 1 rep max. Sadly, I sent an Instagram link. I think a link since I wasn't able to record anything. 1 rep, I'm going to ask you real nicely to resend that to me, because if I go searching for it, if you can have my back and scratch it, and please send it to me at benchmonster@gmail.com. Howard Weingarten. I'm not anyone to say anything about you or anyone, but I think the guy with the butt needs to widen his feet out in front of the bench. Very agree with you on that, Howard Weingarten. If you notice, his feet are down, straight down, And as we all know, that when the hips come up, it's usually because he's pushing his feet straight into the ground. He's trying to create a decline. He's not pushing slightly down and away, trying to force himself back towards the handoff guy. So that is a simple mistake. But the problem is also is he squats and deadlifts and his lower back is not flexible and he has no lower back arch. And that's something he may need to work on. And when you don't have that, and you're instinctively trying to create a decline by raising your butt up and utilizing the chest, shoulders, and tries equally by doing so, but it voids lifts and gets your red light. So there was one other individual that stated he needs to put his feet behind the bench. So he definitely needs, this is an ongoing thing. This has been happening for a while. So I think feet placement needs to be changed, and we'll go over that tomorrow and see what he thinks. And Howard, feel free to throw it out there. Tell me, we all help each other, and I appreciate any advice. So don't feel like you're saying things. Just say it, man. We can take it, and it will help us. And I appreciate the advice. Kyle, what question mark? Y'all are great. Y'all are great. Most podcasts I watch are 3 hours and totally irrelevant to the title and have nowhere near the engagement. Who else drops knowledge bombs like that? No one. Kyle, I really appreciate that. And I just shoot from the hip here a lot of times.
That
and
was really nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
We're
honored to have you tuning in every week. It's
a 3-hour
awesome to have
podcast.
you.
That's a long one. Dave Hoff set the
I
world record on this show for 4.5 hours when we had him on.
I was gonna say the only time
He set a record.
The only time that we've had episodes that are that long is when we've had guests, and like basically we let them. It's their episode, right? So like we let them go as long or short as they want to go. And Dave Hoff, he was one of our first guests, not
Tiny
the very
was.
first. Oh, I'm getting there. He was one of our first like 5. Tiny was our very, very first guest, first guest ever, and he went 2 hours, which was our longest episode at that time. And so remember when we were talking to Dave, he's like, well, we're going longer than 2 hours. He's
4.5.
Everything I do, I aim to win.
We were on here till 11:30 that night.
The way he said it was funny, and sure enough,
and had to make a Taco Bell run after that. I was hungry.
Yeah, we did.
And Kyle, yes, you're correct. The butt raising and bench can be fixed by moving feet, and he needs to do that tomorrow. Like he needs to make the change.
Hines?
Yeah, either more out in front
Totally.
or more back,
Absolutely.
regardless of the bench pad.
And just doing some Larson presses, like in general, would be helpful. I mean, like having like half of what he does be Larson. Well, actually, I would do like with his feet first, so that he's like learning what a good leg and feet position would be, and kind of getting that figured out, and then the second like half do as a secondary movement do Larson press, so he's getting some work with
flexibility. Also is another thing with the feet placement. Basically getting them out wider or further back. He's going to have to work on that. We'll figure out whether it's a little further out in front or further back. We'll have 2 options, and we'll see what happens. Nathan Cloud. Hey, Ryan and Ashley. Good to see you two again. Good to see you, Nathan.
Good to see you, Nathan. Thank you for
Long time no
joining
see.
us.
Ryan, you still benching? I will do it until my dying days. Yes, I'll find a reason to come to the gym, and I will lay on the bench and do the best I can on any given day.
Oh.
Nathan Cloud, I've been away for a while. Good to see you putting in the time and making videos for us. You're welcome. And this is a team effort here, You guys make the show too, and you guys
absolutely
send me any particular videos, and I put them on the show. So if you're doing something in the gym, please send it to me. It doesn't matter what it is. We put it on the show. Howard Weingarten. Yes, sorry, I just changed from Android to iPhone, and I'm still trying to learn how to use it as soon as I can send videos. Yeah, Android, iPhone. Yeah, I tried an Android phone once and a little complicated. I'm an iPhone guy, so hope you're enjoying that new iPhone 16 or what is it, 17, 18 now they got out there. I need a new phone. I got like a
We do.
12
How
or
long
so.
have we had ours?
4 years. Howard says, Kyle, yes, I agree. The feet is the key, and we're going to work on that. And as we go on in videos, we're gonna make sure that he's doing it, and we are going to expose and we are going to fix. Howard Weingarten, yes, deadlift and maybe with straps. Yeah, Dave Hoff, he
can't get 2 words in.
Very strong man, and 950 with straps is ungodly. But Dave's the man, and if anybody can do it, he can. Kyle, you want to read that one? You got your glasses on now, right here. Kyle, read it.
Let's see here. Let's see.
I just pointed it out.
I'm flattered. Sorry, I was reading. I'm flattered that you all think my advice is sound enough to consider, as personally, I think the proof of your ability to program and get the most out of your lifters shows in their progress in Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
well, with Jose, you know, we brought up his triceps. We've been working on his speed and explosive power, and he has no quit in him, and he doesn't complain. He trains hard, and the proof's in the pudding. And not only him, Eric Schmidt has put 30 pounds on his bench press, and Big Joe's put some weight on his. Everybody's has basically gone up, and I'm proud of that. It puts wind in my sails, and I'm not call me a coach, whatever. I'm just here to return, pay it forward, because Louis helped me, and I like to give back. And like I've stated before, if I can go back in time and with the knowledge I know now, I would have benched 800 in 7 years instead of 14 years. And all I can do at this point is share my skills and knowledge with those and help them increase their specific strength on bench press numbers.
All right.
Nathan Cloud.
Nathan Cloud. Jimmy Cobe. What's up, big fella? Yeah, isn't it exciting? It's always exciting to have Jimmy Cobe in here. It's awesome. He like stops in to say hi almost every week. It's freaking awesome. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. We've got real auctions. What's the point of decline? Oh, sorry, my eyes are...
What's the point of decline bench for bench training? When you're in the decline position, the chest, shoulders, and tries are used equally, and it's a limited range of motion, and it develops the lower pec. It allows you to do more weight, as I've stated in years past. My first 400 bench came on the decline. My first 500 came on the decline, and then it translated over to flat bench. But I love decline. I love doing decline extensions, dumbbells, rolling dumbbells, and changing the angle. That's the whole point of things here. Not laying on the bench all the time. Always doing incline, decline, seated presses, etc. So decline is one of the things that I like to put in the rotation. An all-out max. Sometimes we wear bench bands on decline. We're just constantly switching it up, keeping the body guessing.
So it looks like we've got a
super chat.
Nathan
Cloud,
from
thank
Nathan.
you. $10. Woo!
Thank you so much. That's very thoughtful of you.
Thank you, Nathan.
Really
I appreciate it. I haven't seen a super chat in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You're our first one, and definitely the first one of this year.
I'm going to buy myself a cheeseburger with that.
Sure. Absolutely. Go to McDonald's and get some...
A veggie burger.
Thank you again. We do really appreciate that. It's awesome. We got dinner tonight. Mickey D's or Burger King. Both of them are right by our house.
We got a Chick-fil-A coming, too.
Which I know is not on the diet, but God.
Right up
Dude,
the street.
Literally, we can walk out our front door and see the arches from our house. That's how close we are. Like, we can't leave anywhere without... leave and go anywhere without driving past the arches. So, okay. Anywho, I digress. Howard Weingarten. Excuse me. Wondering if that might be something that might help you get more leg drive.
What's that?
That's what I was trying. Let's see.
Deadlift?
Deadlift, maybe? Kyle?
Mm.
Yes, I agree. The feet is key. Scroll down a little. Do you mean the deadlift?
Yeah, explosive strength in the legs is important because bench
Yeah, I
pressing
mean, just doing
is
more.
a total body movement, and legs are very important.
Mm-hmm.
If legs weren't important, then pick them up off the ground and don't use them.
Mm-hmm.
I always say that.
Oh, totally. I mean, absolutely.
Nathan Cloud, right here.
Nathan Cloud. I really appreciate Ryan and his knowledge. It's been a long couple years as I used this program for uplift and motivation. Big in the gym, making gains. All my best, Mr. Kennelly.
You're welcome. And that's why I post my max effort and speed bench stuff, because that's how I train. And I know you don't see, I've been told, you want to see my back workout and so on and so forth. So, those are things that I plan on bringing to the table. But bench press is more important. And you see the rotation of exercises, the rotation of bands and chains. And notice we don't do the same thing every week. We might do the same rolling dumbbell for 2 workouts in a row, a speed and a max effort, and then we try to switch. And you're going to see us utilizing the weight releasers. We're going to be doing more dips. We're going to be doing some gymnast rings, old West Side bench pressing on those. Nice. We have those in the gym. So we're going to be doing a few. I wanted to start doing West Side push-ups too. That's where you put a bar in the rack on the floor, put a 100-pound plate on your back, and you do push-ups in the rack on a bench press bar. And so there's a couple of things that I want to start doing. Try to keep the body guessing and new stimulus for muscles. That's kind of how you make progress. Do the same thing over and over again. It's not going to work forever. Everything works, but nothing works forever. That's what Louis Simmons told me.
Yep, I always think about that. Like
Kyle, very bottom.
Guess I was done with that statement.
I had a bloody nose the other day, man, on blood thinners. It was hard to stop.
Kyle, I've had issues with low back inflammation after squats too, arthritis, and I've had issues with low back inflammation after squats too, arthritis, and when I get too much pelvic tilt, aka butt wink in the squat, fixing someone's squat cues can help along with stretching.
Yeah. When I get to the gym on max effort day, I roll on a foam roller. I try to do the splits. I try to loosen up everything because
I can't picture you doing the splits.
Well, they're not splits, but I do standing.
You might be,
touch the ground and try to stretch out because I'm trying
to not splits.
Utilize. I do the splits the best I can because I'm trying to base out my legs. When I set up and I put my feet on the bench and I put one foot down. I have a method to my madness, and it works. But I want to thank everybody for helping with the individual on our team who's having the butt problem. It's been an ongoing issue. And
Dude, me too.
We haven't
I'm going to take some
of
this advice also.
And, the feet placement is key for that person. If you noticed, he put his feet straight down to the side. And there's not much you can do there, except you can't push the floor down in a way when you're straight down to the right and left. Your only option really is to drive your heels to the floor, which raises your hips. So we will go over that tomorrow and see which one works for him, because we have to correct it now. It's been ongoing for a long time, and if it keeps going, and then
that way he can do a meet.
He can do a meet too, yeah. Well, he's done a meet before and he's done well, but we want to get the full use out of his legs and the power in the legs. That's where the bench from the ground up is built.
That way he could I'm sure he wants to do a meet and be able to do the top amount of weight that he's able to do in the gym, right? Well, but right now there's no way, because that stupid butt rule. I hate that rule, man. I fucking hate that rule.
And I don't see a lot of those things.
If I could get rid of somebody asked that once in, I don't know if you remember that in the chat box, just as like kind of like the Mount Rushmore question, like just hypothetical. And somebody asked if you could get rid of any of the rules in powerlifting. Do you remember this?
Yeah. What was it?
What rule would it be? Well, everybody's got a different answer. And for me, that was definitely... I have a hard time choosing between two. If I would get rid of the butt rule, for sure. But I'd also like to get rid of the hitching rule.
On deadlift?
No, on bench.
On bench?
The benching or deadlift's the only one that there's a hitching rule called,
Mm.
or essentially. But yes, I would get rid of the hitching rule on deadlift, and I would get rid of the butt rule on bench. Absolutely, I fucking hate that rule. It ruins my life. I totally understand Heinz's pain. Like, I totally get it.
I talked to Jose, and we're actually going to start watching people's butts,
It'd be a
including my
game.
own.
Dude, I bet you I could do like close to double might be like a strong, but I could do easily 50. I bet you I could do 50 pounds more
Don't bet.
if I was if the butt rule wasn't a thing. Like if your butt could come up as much as you wanted, as long as like your back maintained, obviously they'd have to have some kind of limit to it, but yeah.
And since I'm the handoff person, when
Anybody
I'm handing
have
off
any
for
other
the person
rules that
with
they'd
the
like?
butt issue, I can't see it until I sit down here Wednesday morning and look at the videos. And my video shot is straight on the bench. Jose's been shooting video from the side, and I think we're gonna start, tightening things up, and that's what we need to do. And I thank you for
Well, you
everybody's
should be
input
doing
on this, and
side.
changing his feet placement will be the key. And where are we at now? Howard Weingarten. Right here. Bottom.
Howard Weingarten. I was just curious, before I go on, does anybody else have any, or like, it was just a fun question, I liked it that night. Does anybody else, like, off the top of their head that's here, like, have any, what's one rule that if you could, you would get rid of it in powerlifting? Like where you could do it and your lift would still 100% count. Like, it didn't take anything away from the lift. It was just, that's how it is. Just curious. Like I said, mine is definitely the ass rule and then hitching for deadlift. I couldn't choose between the two. They'd both change my life if I could get rid of those.
Howard Weingarten. Right here.
I see it. Howard Weingarten. I was talking about straightening up on the bench for leg drive.
Yep.
Also, I was saying when you put bands on the bar at that angle, trying them with dumbbells.
Oh. Hey, we'll try that. I like new things, so that makes sense. Thank you, Howard. Butt lifting is a very common problem. A lot of people have that problem, especially when you come up with the bench press bar and you start drifting back towards your face. A lot of times the only way to correct that is to raise up the hips, obviously. So, and that's a bad problem. It's hard to break too when you've been doing it for so long.
Oh, absolutely.
Nathan Cloud.
Let's see here.
Team Benchmonster kicks
Did you
ass.
already read
Yes.
Howard Weingarten? But yes,
night,
butt
Ryan and
lifting is a
Ashley.
very common.
Good night, Nathan, and thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for joining us. It was wonderful to see you. We hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a great weekend.
Howard says the rule I'd get
Just going to.
rid of is putting down the bar and the deadlift. It's called deadlift, not deadlift put down.
Agreed. I think that one's a stupid one as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, do you remember, Howard? I don't know if you did full power when we were at Mendelssohn's. I think you did bench only, but you might have still noticed this. Dude, Mendelssohn was being a fucking douchebag. Pardon my language, everybody, but he was being ridiculous about setting the bar down. In all of the powerlifting meets I've done in the last 15 years or whatever, I have never seen a meet director be so anal about the way the barbell was set down. Because I'm not talking he was. I don't know if you remember Larry Howard. He's he's been on our team for the last decade and longer than that. But anyways, he was doing full power, and I don't know why Mendelssohn had such a hair up his ass about Larry. But he kept fucking getting on Larry's ass about, and his hands were not coming off the bar. He wasn't even I don't know if he was just being a dick. Oh, it made me so mad. It was ridiculous. Like, it's one thing if you just like let go of the bar, whatever. I don't think it's the end of the world, but like whatever, that's red light. But like if you come down with your hands on the bar, like the rules state as long as you come down with your hands on the bar. But he literally on Larry's second lift, the one right before his last, he told him that if he didn't set it down more gently on his last one, that he was gonna red light him.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this.
Oh, it
Also,
made
I just
me
heard
so
recently that
mad.
Scott Mendelson is actually down in body weight to 248 pounds. Can anybody, and that came from somebody that trains with him that knows an individual in our gym. And I can't picture Scott weighing 248. That's what I heard recently. Basically, I guess he's cut out all of his carbs. I'm going to have to give him a call. I'm sure it's for health reasons, you know, I would assume. And somebody said type 2 diabetic. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Scott in a long time. And I never pried into his personal life about his health. But when I heard he was down to that body weight, I was like, you know, I've seen Scott all the way up to 350 some pounds before. So to see him that lighter in body weight, and I hope he's doing well. Kyle.
Let's see.
Rehab to quad tear. Read that one.
Kyle, I have rehabbed from a quad tear with necrosis
Associated.
and associated
Periphemosis.
periphemosis. Sorry, guys,
And sciatica.
I feel stupid. And sciatica, along with mid-lumbar arthritis. So when I overtrain, I would lose a lot of arch, and I have to stretch. Yeah, I understand. Totally understand.
Quad tear. That's a son of a bitch.
That's a tough one.
That's a big
yeah.
muscle. How'd you recuperate from that, Kyle? Did you do any peptides, BPC 157? Anything in particular to, you don't have to go into detail, but I know a muscle tear, there's peptides that actually fix that. So Nathan Cloud, never forget the Ukraine cash, 1036. God, that was an awesome meet. One of the best meets I've ever been to.
Lots of stories from that meet, huh?
That was a great meet. It was to overcome, you know, everything to get over there in one piece and then perform at the highest level in front of 2,000 people stacked to the rafters. And my God, the red carpet, the paparazzi, security. I mean, we felt like movie stars, and I'll never forget it. How strength athletes are worshipped in Europe. So Howard Weingarten. No, not Mendelson. I can't believe that.
No, not Mendelson. I can't believe that. Had to read it.
Mendelson will always be Mendelson. We love him.
I was like, dude, what the hell? Well, it was just like extremely like unprofessional and ridiculous. Like, if like you were gonna be that anal about the platform, because his complaint, his issue was that, if I remember right, it was like a weightlifting. It was like a Olympic weightlifting platform, not a powerlifting. Like, not one specifically for powerlifting. So like his argument was that like it's not made for that kind of, you know, to drop like that kind of weight, whatever, yada yada. Okay, well then that's not the fucking platform you should be using for a fucking powerlifting meet then. Like, the fuck out of here. Like, borrow one, rent one, buy one, or don't have a fucking meet there. Oh, I was getting so mad. Because he was like, dude, he was being, like, Larry was the one he was the rudest to. And I was already done competing. So I fucking snapped back at him the last time that he fucking did it to Larry. But, I could barely, like, that was a rough day. But I just thought that, how unprofessional. Like, you get the wrong fucking type of equipment and then you're going to make it the lifter's problem. Go fuck yourself. Clearly, I'm not a fan of them.
Kyle. Head on and off the bench rule sucks, and the press command sucks.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially like the USPA fucking changes that rule for their own fucking benefit and fucking like to hold you down.
How many times are you gonna say the F word, Shirley?
I just realized that. Sorry.
Remy Shirley,
I'm a little heated. Like, you've interrupted me 80 times
to see you,
today.
Remy.
And which puts me in a bad mood. And then we started talking about Mendelson, so it's like my blood
Remy, interesting topic here.
Exactly, like just interrupting me as if I'm not even talking.
Julius Maddox just did a meet in Russia and only completed 660. Well, his prime. You say the prime is gone, but
He's asking.
flying.
He's asking. He's not saying his prime is gone. He's asking, do you think his prime
No,
is gone?
I think Julius.
At least that's how I took it.
You know, to fly over to Russia, the time difference, the jet lag, the change in food. There's a lot of things going across the world. It's rough. You know, he might have been jet lagged a little bit. Might have. Who knows? I mean, it's tough to go over and perform at your greatest, and I don't know if that, you know, if that was just a fluke maybe, or the video I posted tonight showing. Of course, I don't know. A lot of Julius's benches get reposted a lot, so I don't know what's current really when I see Julius lift anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Julius lately. I like to think he's still got that 800 in him. I know I want to see it, and I just hope he's got a couple more in him. And but only time will tell, Remy. And that's interesting, though. I didn't know he went to Russia. I just don't know. I'm out of the loop on things.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that.
Howard, he kept talking right before the attempt. I dropped the bar. Yeah. Mendelson couldn't stay off the microphone at that meeting.
Oh,
gosh. He was
gosh.
rapping. He was just, he likes to hear his own voice. It's kind of weird.
I know. That was annoying. Nobody should ever frickin' give him a microphone and let him MC a meet. That was terrible. Ugh. That was so annoying. Like, ugh.
Kyle says, nope, just red meat.
I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
I haven't been eating a lot of red meat lately. I used to be on a lot of steak, but I haven't really been. We went to Costco today, and I picked up some top sirloin, so I'm going to start incorporating a little bit more red meat into my diet. Actually cut it out. Been doing a lot of chicken and tuna, ground turkey, etc. So, Remy Shirley, I came in late, missed your early vids. Well, the show will be uploaded in no time,
feel free
and
to...
they'll always be on here.
Absolutely.
But
check it out.
if that's the last question, I want to thank everybody for helping out, and you guys need just to feel free to throw your ideas, and don't feel like you need to hold back. If there's anything you need to say and any advice to offer us, you're more than welcome to, because we all help everybody. Everybody helps everybody.
We will keep reading, and we will stay on here until the last question is answered. Like, you'll notice we never just shut it down because
I'm missing, you know,
and we will go till the very end. If we ever miss a comment, if you ask a question and we end it before, it's only because we didn't see it. Like, we had been shutting the show and didn't see it. We will keep answering. We will keep talking.
To swole.
Interrupted again. I'm gonna let you.
Remy, I've been doing a little MK 677 10 milligrams at nighttime before bed. Any more than that, I tend to hold a lot of water. But I tell you what, I wake up in the morning and there's no problem on getting meals done throughout the day, because the ghrelin increase and hunger hormone, I mean, pretty phenomenal. Eating's a chore. It's like a job in this sport. You gotta be able to get so many grams of protein throughout the day, your carbs, your macros, etc. So I definitely haven't had a problem getting food down, but like I said, I actually bumped up to 318, and that's a little heavier than this kid needs to be. I like to hover 308, drop to 95, and I think I'm going to go down to about 285 and lean out just a little bit and drop that cholesterol and fix the blood pressure, glucose, and all those things. So, that's kind of my plan. Kyle, read the last one.
Kyle, I've never used any hormones or any peptides to rehab anything, just hypertrophy, balanced nutrition, and adequate rest. Well, it's a wonderful combination. I've been lifting weights since I was 13. I bounced back.
Good for you, Kyle. And that's a good thing.
That's awesome.
I always throw that out there because peptides are definitely they're healing apparatuses, a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of tremendous success with muscle tears and things, and utilizing those peptides and recuperating quite quickly. But if you can do it all natural, that's even more better. So Kyle, I've used USADA tested IPF approved creatine and whey protein before, but that's it, man. Right on. IPF approved. They got very stringent rules on what you can't do any antihistamines or cough medicine that might have ephedra in it and so forth. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. What's the IPF approved creatine? I haven't been out of the creatine loop for a while. I don't even know who makes the best creatine anymore. And I haven't taken it myself for quite some time. So creatine and glutamine used to be in my arsenal, and I don't want to buy it. And I don't know even which one to buy. I know EAS was a popular brand back in my day, and I'm not sure who makes the best quality creatine. Creatine monohydrate, and then there was a creatine out of Canada back in the day, creatine citrate, and it had a real bitter taste to it. This was 90s, so forgive me. That's probably before any of you guys were born, but hate to bug you, Eric Spoto, please. Yeah, we got to find Eric Spoto and Dave Palumbo. Yeah, Dave Palumbo wants me on his show. He invited me on there one time, and I know Dave likes to talk about
what about Ed Cohn?
old
A
days.
show of hands. All those are great. Like, we're gonna work really hard on getting those ones. But who would like to see Ed Cohn? Ed Cohn has agreed to it multiple times.
Kyle supplements
through
work.
people.
He's also in
person.
He's
also in person.
Yet, and don't hold it against those that I don't hold it against those. I mean, it's a free country. Do as you will, and I don't judge anybody. You are in charge of your own body and what you decide to do. I support it. Yep. I hold nothing against anybody. I just try to help. And peptides are, not necessarily steroids by any means, but they prolong life. I know that. They help you fight father time somewhat. So Ed Cohn is always cool. Devin Larratt, never met the guy. Arm wrestler, obviously. I don't know. I'm sure he weight trains, obviously, but having an arm wrestler on here would be kind of cool. But Eric Spoto, he's done some arm wrestling in his day. I have not seen a post from him or anything. Does anybody know how Eric's doing? I know he's living in Vegas, I would assume, but Efforting would know a little bit more about that. And actually, I got hold of Stan recently on some blood pressure medication, telmisartan, and he recommended for myself. So, I take animal creatine, and yes, the goat is great. Eric is a ghost. Kind of is. Last I heard, Eric kind of is a night owl in Vegas, does off-track betting. This was what Efforting told me long ago, a couple years ago. So, Eric tore his rotator cuff, and like Stan told me, Eric would get up to 600, and anything after that would scare him to death. So apparently the rotator cuff was his coup de grace. But Eric came on strong, set the all-time raw bench press record, 722, and he was a beast. And the infamous Spoto presser.
Yeah.
We haven't done Spoto presses in training either. I have to incorporate that. We do ballistic benching once in a while where we come down on speed day and stop 2 inches from our chest and explode upwards. But, yeah. The whey and creatine would probably be why I got kidney stones, but I used optimum nutrition. Kidney stones, those aren't good. Hopefully, increasing your water intake would be beneficial for kidney stones. I heard hydration is important. No Ed Cohn.
So how are like you don't want to see Ed Cohn, or are you saying what exactly does no Ed Cohn mean? Does that mean you don't want to see him, or does that mean like I don't know? What's up? You don't want to see Ed Cohn, Howard?
All right.
Is that what that means?
Benchmonster's hungry.
Is that what that means?
No, I don't know what that means.
I know that can't be what that means. Do you mean like
I'm going to post my email here in case nobody knows what it is. That's how you get videos to me. You send me videos, I put them on the show.
Okay.
You'd want to see Ed. Absolutely.
Okay. I thought maybe you meant like no to the other ones not before we do Ed Cohn. That's what I was assuming you had meant. I know. I knew you'd want to see. I knew you'd be on my side, Howard. We got to work on him, man. I swear. He's Ed Cohn. I've heard it myself. Ed Cohn told us in person that he would love to be on the show. 100%.
Right.
He had already told mutual acquaintance, that he would be happy to be on the show. And then when we saw him at the Arnold, I brought it up and asked him if he'd be willing, because I knew he would never ask. And I thought if we had a face-to-face from him, that Ryan would be more likely to get on that.
I'd be curious to know how strong Ed Cohn was in high school and all the questions that we asked. Those are definitely ones. Who got him into powerlifting? You know, so many questions to ask Ed. That'd be kind of fun. I'd have to make sure he has a Skype account, and that's about all he needs for me to get him on the show. So, you know, Ed Cohn's a busy man. You know, he's constantly. I see Ed doing a lot of interviews, and he's in high demand.
Happy to do it. Like,
Ed's the greatest of all time. Period. And yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've approached the end of the show. We will be back another day, another time. That would be next Thursday.
He is definitely the GOAT, the original GOAT.
You guys out there, please send me videos. You know, I'd love to put him on the show.
Cool he's got so many cool stories, too. Like,
hopefully I have another big bench to show you guys. We'll see what happens next Tuesday.
Definitely got to get Ed Cohn on here.
Not sure what we're doing, but we'll get there. We'll find out.
He's got so much knowledge.
Sign us out.
He's got so much knowledge. He's got so many fun stories. So you guys, we gotta be in this as a team. We gotta help encourage Ryan to get Ed Cohn on the show. That's our next goal.
Yeah.
But yes, hopefully we'll have some impressive stuff next week. Send us some videos, like we've said time and time again. You guys absolutely 100% make our show. With the awesome videos, with your awesome training that you send us, with the videos that you find that impress you, that you share with us, and the awesome conversations, questions, comments, everything that you guys put into the chat box. We love all of it. We appreciate all of it. We really appreciate your time. You guys are the best. I had a couple slide in real quick. That we'll get before we hop off of here. Kyle, I always heard the strongest ones say test is best as far as subs go. Pudzianowski might add cocoa to that on the day of, but I'm just speculating. I always heard the strongest ones. Okay, that's just a repeat. And then we've got Remy Shirley, Ed Cohn, strongest pound for pound in history.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, just an awesome badass, just great guy, fun to talk to. So that's our goal, is trying to get him. That's my New Year's resolution, is trying to get Ed Cohn on the show. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Tomorrow's Friday. Whoop, whoop. We made it. Enjoy your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great week next week. And we look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.